Hey, what's up, guys? So today we're going to be attempting the Skeleton Dragon's Reign of Fire challenge. Unfortunately, when I first started it, I went in with a random deck because I didn't know that there wasn't a deck builder for this challenge. So I hopped in, I'm like, oh, since there's no deck builder, it's going to be a draft challenge. And then I went in and lost the first game. And then I clicked on the second game. I won it, but I didn't click record in the correct way. It went private, and no one was able to see the stream. Hopefully, third time is the charm. Hopefully, we're live right now, and we are poised in position with a great deck to win the rest of the challenge. Super sorry that you guys missed out on the first win and also the meme shenanigans at the start, but I'm aiming to show you guys how to win this challenge without any losses from this point on with an actual deck that works. Just don't do the thing that I did. Don't go in expecting that you're playing against absolutely, I don't know, just random decks, because you're not going to be playing against random decks. Whatever deck you have selected in your deck slots is the deck that you're going to be using for the challenge. So now it's time to talk about what the deck that we're using. We're using Mother Witch because every single time that we kill a Skeleton Dragon, we get piggies. We're using Baby Dragon because it's pretty robust. And we're using Electro Giant because it's a very annoying card because Skeleton Dragons will just die to it, right? This is a ton of value. If you want to go other side, that's okay. I don't really want to go head first into 3 Musketeers, so I'm planning on just going for an Electro Giant on top of that and killing everything with the E-Giant. So I'm going to go and draw up my E-Giant right now. I don't want to leak too much Elixir. It's not going to matter too much. And he's going to Valkyrie. Okay. You know what? I can mirror up my E-Giant. That's part of the reason why we have it in the deck. I see why he's got 3 Musketeers. If this guy has 3 Musketeers plus Collector, it could become troublesome and problematic for me, but I don't think that's going to be an issue. Since I also have Tornado, and I've got Golden Knight, so I could dash onto it and pull the 3 Musketeers into the... Oh my gosh. What are we witnessing right now? Oh my goodness, this is greatness. Elixir Collector on defense because he has no other option. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. I just Tornado them in, and then the E-Giant smacks him. E-Giant slaps him silly. I can use the Golden Knight ability, and then even though I don't have a great answer to the Elixir Collector, it doesn't matter because he's giving me offensive overload with all the Skeleton Dragons. I bet he wishes he didn't have the Skeleton Dragon spawn because we got so many piggies from that. Okay, so what I can do is I can go in for an E-Giant here and guarantee that we kill the Skeleton Dragons, and then expect him to go in for a 3 Musketeers so I can Golden Knight and dash, and then just kill them all. Oh, I guess he only has 1 Musketeer. I don't think that matters to me. Yeah, usually that doesn't matter to me. I'm going to go and click the Golden Knight dash because I think it's going to be able to dash onto the Musketeers. That's beautiful. It's insane to think that our opponent first match, has a hypothetical hard counter to us because we have really no answer to the Elixir Collector, but it doesn't even matter. That's a little bit absurd in my opinion. So I'm going to go for another E-Giant here. The Skeleton Dragons are going to spawn to save my butt. And I think I can just stack up another E-Giant because he's going to go into this, right? He kind of has to. I want to go and yoink all the stuff into our E-Giant, if possible. That would be optimal. So then the Electro Giant's able to kill it. See, level 13 cards and Grand Challenges are just so stupid. It's really unfair how good Electro Giant is with Mirror. We killed all the Musketeers on his side of the map with this King Tower hitting us. And it just shows you that this deck is built different. My man's out here like, yo, Jake, my cards are supposed to counter you. And I'm like, I get it. I know. I feel you. But that's just not how Clash Royale works right now. Also, if you guys didn't know, they told us that they were not planning on nerfing the Electro Giant until the new balance changes. So if you guys are ever wanting to play a deck that's pretty brainless and easy to play, run Electro Giant and you probably won't lose any of these new challenges that they have in Clash Royale. That was the first game. We had a great W. And we'll keep seeing what we can do. Also, guys, sorry that I can't see the chat today. I don't know what's up with that. Okay, the chat is finally working. You feeling well, man? Dude, I'm feeling fantastic. I'm feeling fantastic. Thank you, everyone that's here. All right, I'm glad that the live chat is working. Do you play Clash of Clans? I do not play Clash of Clans. I don't play Brawl Stars. I play Clash Mini. I kind of like it, but the main game that I play is Clash Royale. Clash Royale is definitely where it's at. Dark Prince is the best replacement. No, this is not a deck for a real game mode. If you are asking what is a deck for a real game mode, you want to go and type in SIRTAG CR and then whatever deck you want in YouTube. And then that will give you a great deck for any type of version that you want. Like, I'm just saying, like, hey, you want to play an Electro Giant deck, don't run this stupid deck that I created specifically for this challenge. It doesn't have a building. It's just meant to have offensive overload. Would I win that last game against someone with 3 Musketeers and Elixir Collector if I was running this Electro Giant deck in a real game? No, because I wouldn't be able to use his Skeleton Dragons as a life raft. So I just wanted to make that abundantly clear if you guys didn't know that. The decks that I'm making right now, specifically for a challenge, are only intended for this challenge. All right, I'm going to go in for Bandit here, and then I'm going to go in for Skeletons, and that should be able to kill everything. Firecracker was interesting. I wonder why he's got Prince in the deck. Doesn't make too much sense to me. I'm going to go in for Mother Witch, and that's going to be able to give me a couple piggies. I can go and click the Golden Knight ability. I don't know if that was worth it. Ooh, I didn't get it down. That was definitely not worth it, Chief. Okay, I see how it is. I see what you're doing out here, and I don't appreciate it. But anyway, I can go in for an Electro Giant right now on top of all of his junk, and then hopefully kill it all. Because I know that if we tornado his stuff in, and we're able to actually tornado the Firecracker, that would work out well for us. Didn't work out there. He's able to get a Firecracker down, but we clean it all up. All right, that was really scuffed. I think that things kind of snowball in someone's direction if they get a little bit luckier. Then obviously you're going to be in some problems. You're going to have some trouble. If that mini P.E.K.K.A doesn't get targeted by the Mother Witch, oh man. That's crazy. The Mother Witch started walking on the right-hand side instead of targeting the mini P.E.K.K.A. Sometimes that happens. You're just like, Clash Royale, why is that still an interaction that we have to worry about? Okay, so I can go in for Skeletons and then Golden Knight. He's got Balloon. Okay, there's no way for me to keep that tower alive, so I want to make sure that I don't lose the right-hand tower if possible. And then I'm going to go in for an E-Giant here and see what we can make happen. Because he's got mini P.E.K.K.A and Prince, this is very problematic. But at the same time, like I think that as long as we don't lose our towers here, we're going to be okay. So I'm going to go in for a Tornado. Go and pull that junk in. The Bandit should be able to kill the mini P.E.K.K.A, and then it dashes on the tower, and I guarantee that tower. Still in a tricky and sticky spot because this guy got such a good lead on me. But we can still make it happen. I'm going to go for a Mother Witch here. That's able to kill, and then I can go for Skeletons on top of the Prince. So since he's got Balloon, I need to use Tornado on defense, but all my Skeleton Dragons spawned on the wrong side, so that's totally not optimal. I'm going to Tornado it, hopefully into the Skeleton Dragons, and if I can kill that and it doesn't pop on our stuff, that's good. Alright, so he's got Wizard alive. I wonder if he gets anything down here. I haven't seen a big spell from him. He probably has Fireball, though. And a Mother Witch here, just preemptively. Go for Skeletons, Golden Knight, and then get back to Tornado. I really don't want a Tornado here because I want to save it for the Balloon. Alright, that's what we were expecting. I'm going to Tornado now. I'm going to go in for a Mother Witch. If I can win this, it just shows how good this deck is for the challenge. If I'm actually able to win this one. I don't know if I am. Try my hardest. So he's got arrows. Not that good into us. We'll take that. I can E-Giant in the middle, maybe. With all this junk coming at him, this might be enough. I mean, we know he's going to have arrows, so that's the problem. So I need to go in for a Golden Knight ability, and then go and click it, and then use the Tornado on offense, and then maybe win the game. Oh, so close. GG. So I think sometimes if you play this challenge, you will get someone that just randomly has, like, Prince and mini P.E.K.K.A, and then you get into a bad card cycle and you can lose. That is our first real loss. This loss that we had before, as I said, I literally went in with the wrong deck. Good luck with the challenge, bro. I'll see you later, man. And I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Dark Prince is better, though? You think Dark Prince is better than Golden Knight? No way, dude. What are you on, man? I want some of that. You crazy. You wild child. Also, Sosa says, the best way to spend money is giving it to SIRTAG. I don't know about that one, Chief. But I appreciate it. I mean, all the money goes back into the editing. Yeah, and to be honest, like, you guys never do have to donate. I really appreciate it. Obviously, it supports the channel, and all the money does end up making the videos better, right? But you watching, I just want to let you guys know, anyone watching, it means a lot to me that you guys are here. And huge thank you to Sosa going the extra mile and donating $10. You're a little legend, my man. Thank you so much. What's your favorite song? Ooh, I don't know, man. Like, honestly, here's the thing about songs. I like songs for a little bit of time, and then they get old. And then I'm like, I overkilled it. I don't like the song anymore. I don't know about you guys, but that's kind of how everything is for me in life. I get sick and bored of things pretty easily, and that's probably why I switch up decks and I don't play seriously all the time when I play Clash Royale. When you watch my main channel, SIRTAG CR, most of the time it's just a stupid different deck. And for songs too, I don't know. It's always changing out here. We're going to spam at the river because we won the offensive bridge battle pretty, I don't know, pretty handily, I would say. Maybe not. Okay, this guy's going to have a random Valkyrie in here as well. Okay, so what I'm considering is kiting this the other side. And then the wizard is going to be pretty obnoxious, but I think I can get skeletons down here. Oh, that's going to do damage if I don't tornado it. I think I have to tornado it off. Oh, I did barely. That was really close. That was a clincher. That was a clincher. What are those? Oh my goodness. Okay, I guess people just really want to spam stuff. Wild childs out here. That hog rider put in mad work. My goodness. Okay, I think I have to reevaluate my deck. I think that's one thing that I've realized. People in this game mode have 17 different answers to us when they have like a lot of ground defenses. I think like E-Barbs and Giant Skeleton is not something that I really signed up for. But, you know, credit where credit is due. This guy created his own deck and he came up with something that I wasn't prepared for. Man, like look at these. The E-Barbs are going to melt the E-Giant, so this is definitely a bad matchup. And I guess for these type of challenges, we have to figure things out as we go. You know, you live and you learn. Sometimes you think that your idea is brilliant. Sometimes you think your idea is great. And then you just have to accept the fate that it wasn't as good as it was intended to be. I'm going to go Bandit here. We are able to kill the Executioner, but the Giant Skeleton has so much health, and I won't be able to kill that unless I get a little bit lucky. Like, that Giant Skeleton is going to put in so much work, and I have to go in for an Electric Giant here just to pull that back so it doesn't take my tower. And then he can Hog Rider me while the Skeleton Dragons are spamming the other side. I can't Tornado because he's got Hog Rider, and I'm going right into Elite Barbarians. The only answer I have to this is going into an Electric Giant and then Tornadoing all of his stuff, but if I do that, then I lose to the Hog Rider, so kind of a problem. Even if I Tornado this, I'm still going to take damage, and then, yeah, the Wizard's kind of just staying alive in the middle. But well played to our opponent. He's stacking up a ton of stuff, and there's not much I can do here. I guess Elite Barbarians with Wizard is just a problem. So GG and well played to him. Wow, that's crazy. Maybe Lava Loon is a good pick? You think Lava Loon is a good pick into this? An Executioner Wizard? Skeleton Dragons? Nah, man. That is totally not what we want to see. So we are switching it up. Honestly, here's the play. We're going to do this. And this. And then grab a Royal Delivery. Put a Hog Rider in there. And call it a day. How you feel about that, guys? That's likely the best avenue for us to explore after having those type of situations. I don't want to mess with it anymore. I've decided we are just going to be playing safe rather than sorry. And putting a... do we want Golden Knight in our deck? Or does that not do so well there? Yeah, I honestly feel it's just better for us to be running a deck without champions for this. Maybe I'm really weird. But I think this will just be better. So we're going to switch it up. We're running this. Reset like nothing happened. No big deal. And we're going on. Hee-hee-hee-haw. Yeah, dude. That was a hee-hee-hee-haw and a half, bro. I don't even know what to say from that. That was ridiculous, brothers. All right, we're going to go for Royal Delivery, which gives us a positive elixir trade here. He's going to lose his Bandit. And then I guess I can Hog Rider at any point. The thing about this is, like, since I have a fast cycle with Fireball, I know that I'll always be able to outpace our opponents. If they want a bridge spam, we've got cannon. So I think this is like the better thing to do. I've learned. Also, why did the Skeleton Dragons spawn and attack mine while my Skeleton Dragons die? Neither of us did anything there, but his Skeleton Dragons is at a higher health. I feel like that kind of just adds to a little bit of RNG to this game when you're playing in this game mode, I guess. All right, we're going to go for a Skeleton Surround, and then as long as the Electro Wizard doesn't... Okay, the Electro Wizard stayed alive. That's cool. Sometimes this stuff happens. You're just like, what's going on? Oh, you're a great guy. I watch you every day. If I don't have champions, what should I use? Okay, so if you're asking what should you use for this challenge, it is completely different from what you should use in like regular game modes. If you want to do something that is great in regular game modes, check out my YouTube channel, SIRTAG CR. There are a ton of different decks there, and if there's something that you like, play that deck. Don't play different decks that you don't like, because it's a game after all, and a lot of the decks are going to be successful if you just play it correctly. So just play something you enjoy. How did that connect to my tower? I have no idea. I genuinely don't know how that happened. All right, anyway, I'm going to Hog Rider here. He's going to go in for an Electro Wizard, so I was hoping that would die, so then we could Firecracker on the Electro Wizard, but I guess that doesn't work as well. Whatever. We have a pretty good matchup here. We will walk away to win. I think that the Skeleton Dragon spawning like relatively randomly is obviously a problem. Like, it adds to the weirdness of the game mode, but it also is a problem for you if you're trying to guarantee that you walk away to win every single time. I'm just going to Valkyrie here since it's able to kill the Bandit, and also Hopefully finish off the Magic Archer. Great fireball value, so I'll take that and kill the Electro Wizard. And then, wow, I think Royal Delivery in this game mode just is crap, to be honest. Alright, so I'll do this, and I'll Royal Delivery, and then I think I gotta go Skeletons here as well. And that's able to clean everything up. So, he might P.E.K.K.A here, I don't know. Also, yeah, he's gonna P.E.K.K.A. I don't know if he dropped it fast enough, we'll have to wait and see. We'll see if my Skeleton Dragons actually can win once. They have not won once. They've always died. Even though, like, neither of us have interacted with it, my Skeleton Dragons always find a way to die. Which doesn't make sense. Alright, so he has to Ewis here. He has nothing else. I'll just Fireball. I don't think he's gonna... Oh, wait. He dropped so much near that Fireball. That's nutty. That's actually insane. That's crazy, dudes. Maybe Graveyard would be good with this. I was thinking, because, like, the Skeleton Dragons spawn at the river, giving you Graveyard potentials. Would Graveyard be better? Asking for a friend. Such good Fireball value. The Hog Rider kind of has to, like, circumvent its way through and find its way through to do damage. I think a Graveyard deck is probably best. So I'll switch that and play a Graveyard deck after this. I know I've been switching decks a lot, but I'm just trying to find out the best one. Obviously, I don't know. I think most of these challenges I could play on a second account until I figure out, like, what the best deck is. But I think it's a little bit more fun just messing around with you guys and figuring it out. Also, it takes a little bit less time, so it's easier for me to do as well. I'm able to just go in for a Fireball and then cycle one more and then walk away with a win, as long as I don't get unlucky here. So by unlucky, I mean a Magic Archer locking onto my tower and I get Drag Glitch on this Fireball, which isn't going to happen. GG! So yeah, it's obvious to me that Hog Rider isn't the play, because there's a lot of Skeleton Dragons that stack up, so it's really hard to get value from that. However, I do think that maybe a Graveyard deck could work a little bit better here, so that's what we're going to go for. So let's plan this out. I wanted to run Zappies, but Zappies obviously don't do so well. I think just running a Graveyard deck with Firecracker is probably not the best play, so I will do this. I will do... You can stack up a lot of Musketeers. Cannon is just there for defense if I need it. And then... Oh, honestly, Elixir Collector would be pretty fun. I want to mess around a little bit, but at the same time, I know that this is probably a little bit stupid, but let's just see if this works. I'm telling you, there's a chance that this is amazing. Right now. This could be the nuttiest, oh my gosh, instead of Musketeer, and then Freeze with a Graveyard. This could be absolutely memey. This could be nutty. I might have created the new meta for this challenge. We've done it. We've done it. Do you pay your editors per video? It depends. Some of the editors are paid per video, some of them are not. So if they're paid on a monthly basis, then they're obviously going to be paid they're going to be paid less than they are per video. Per video you get paid more. Because I can, like, then you're incentivized to work more, right? It's a bit better to not, like, pay from that perspective. You want to be paying on a per video basis. So I have no elixir because I just got Skeleton Dragons on that side. It's fine. I can go for Royal Delivery here. Should be able to clean it all up. I wonder if the Elixir Collector was big brain or if it was small brain. I feel like dropping it too early was bad. A stream where you did a Royal Tournament with only a meme deck would be sick. Yeah. I mean, this is a... I don't think I would do a Royal Tournament with it. Maybe because I have 2 accounts, but I think it'd be more fun to, yeah, to mess around with that for sure. I'm doing, like, more of a meme... This isn't really that memey of a deck. I think it will actually work out really well because I'll get an Elixir advantage and I'll Graveyard him. So I think this will be pretty funny. Especially if I win the battle with my Skeleton Dragon spawning in the right spot. But it seems like his Skeleton Dragons are always spawning in a better position than mine. So I'm going to go and click the ability here because I don't want the Electro Wizard to reset everything. And then I'm going to go and use the Royal Delivery. And then clean everything up. And then go for Elixir Collector. Seems like he overspent. So now he's down a lot of Elixir with an Archer Queen on the field. So I can cycle a Graveyard on the left-hand side since my Skeleton Dragons finally win a battle at the river for the first time. And then I freeze. And then I think I take tower because he's down a lot of Elixir. I don't think that he's able to defend this. I think that the graveyard, yeah, he has the Fireball on it. Now he doesn't have Fireball for our Elixir Collector. So this is what I was looking for. I wanted to be able to have a situation where I can cycle this amount of Skeleton Dragons and then win battles at the river and then just go in for Archer Queens and Graveyard him like a crazy person. This might not be the easiest deck for people to play, but it sure is a lot of fun. I could also run this with Electric Giant, I think. I think it might be better with Electric Giant, to be honest. So now we're evolving. Now we're thinking of bigger brain ways of doing this. We'll figure it out as we go. Maybe the Graveyard was good, though, because he's going to go in for P.E.K.K.A. Huh. I guess a lot of people are running P.E.K.K.A. So maybe this was Big Brain. Maybe it was Big Brain after all. I didn't know it was Big Brain until I figured it out. Alright, so we're going to go in for another Graveyard as soon as we get the chance. So I'm going to go for an Elixir Collector here in the middle. He's going to probably Fireball it. He's going to lose everything at the river to our Archer Queen going invisible. And then I freeze. Because he's going to have to go Skeleton Dragons drop. Did he actually have Skeleton Dragons in his deck? Yeah, this man actually put Skeleton Dragons in his deck for whatever reason. He's just trying to get an absurd amount of bait. And then I can go in for a Graveyard again. And then Royal Delivery here. The reason why I'm Graveyarding first is because I don't really need a tank for it. And I want to cycle back to more of them. But I think this deck actually works really well. That was a reliable win. Just spamming Elixir Collectors and then going for Graveyards is funny. And he had to Fireball on top of the Skeleton Dragons that stacked up, or he had to Fireball on top of the Elixir Collector, and eventually he got overwhelmed. That was pretty cool. Thanks for the feedback. Yeah, man. All good. Love your videos? Yes, sir. That's what we like to hear. All right. Hello, brother. I love your content. I wish you success and happiness. Thanks, brother. I appreciate that. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's keep vibing. How was your day? It's been going pretty well. I was a bit stressed earlier, to be honest, because I was waiting for my videos to get finished, and I was just sitting by my computer for 3 hours. So definitely a pretty bad morning, but you know, you can't control every part of your day. Sometimes you guys don't get to see what's going on behind the scenes, but I was literally sitting there for 3 hours getting my video ready, and I wasn't very productive because I was preparing videos, and instead of like filming or recording stuff or doing things for sponsorships, I was just sitting there trying to make the video the best it can be. And when that happens, it's like, okay, I'll make sure that I eat that time, and I'm not going to rush a video or put out something I'm not proud of. So no matter what, even if it takes a lot more time, it's always worth it. All right. Try decks from the chat. I could, but I kind of want to see if I can figure out a really good deck for this challenge. And I think I did. Because Royal Delivery, when a lot of the Skeleton Dragons clump up, you can just kill them for a juicy Elixir trade. And Archer Queen goes invisible, able to win a lot of bridge battles, and then you can Graveyard when you're up Elixir. So I think this might be actually, like, no cap, one of the better decks for this challenge. Watch the Archer Queen pop off and kill all this stuff. It's going to be pretty funny. Unfortunately, I think Witch is also quite good as well. So it is what it is. I'm going to go in for a freeze here so then he doesn't get the Mega Knight to jump onto us, and then I can Royal Delivery. This is a lot of Elixir that I just spent, but it's worth it, so then I don't lose the game to a Witch plus Mega Knight push. I'm sure you guys are like not a huge fan of Witch plus Mega Knight, so I don't want to give this dude a juicy, easy win. So since he minored, I can Elixir Collector pretty quickly in the back, and we'll see if he fireballs this or goes in for a Rocket or a Poison, or if he doesn't have a big spell. He's going to maybe have to cycle 4 more cards to get back to a minor, so that's not very possible for him. And I definitely win the bridge battle here. This is really, really good. He's going to lose the Skeleton Dragons, and then I can freeze. And I can freeze on the Witch. I'm not going to click the invisibility until he drops a Mega Knight, which he should be dropping any second. Now we go invisible. Oh, I didn't drop it quick enough. All right, well, whatever. I can go in for a Fire Spirit here. And then go in for Skeletons afterward, and then hopefully activate King Tower. Okay, I didn't drop it in the right spot. Oops. Oops. Mission abort. Mission abort. Man, I guess I don't know. There's just so much on the map. I kind of got cluttered, and I wasn't looking at what was going on. Anyway, we can still win this one. I'll go in for a Graveyard, and I'll go in for a freeze when I get the chance. I'll also go for a cannon here. Okay, so I'm not doing so hot here, guys. Not gonna lie. Can't lie about this one. This has not been going as well as we wanted to. He's also got a random Dark Goblin in there. I think that worked out pretty well for him. Not getting a huge Elixir advantage as much as I had planned to. I can't go in for a Graveyard into that. He's got Minor as well, so I can't go for Elixir Collectors as often as we want. If I had activated King Tower, it would have been a much easier time for us. All right, we're going to go in for a Cannon. I think that we are able to kill that eventually. The Ice Spirit was good on his end, but he's going to lose his Dark Goblin here, I think, so. Oh, maybe that graveyard was bad because I'm having to drop so much elixir. I'm going to freeze. I think he's going to witch, though, because the skeleton dragon is dispersed. Guys, I'm not getting the value I deserve. No ways. Or maybe I don't deserve it. Maybe I played so poorly that I don't deserve it. Who knows? This is probably a bit harder than I wanted it to be. All right, so we'll play Electric Giant after this. We'll figure it out. Oh, man. Yeah, I think that playing beatdown decks is probably the play. The more I look at this, but I don't want to play against someone with Prince plus Prince plus Mini P.E.K.K.A. again. That was so sad. Last time we played against a Prince plus Mini P.E.K.K.A. Anyway, we go to the next one. Onwards and upwards, my dudes. This is the hardest challenge for me that I've ever played in this. For whatever reason, I think there's just a lot more randomness, and I'm getting caught in situations where it feels more lopsided. When a skeleton dragon push wins on one side, even though you didn't, like, you don't drop anything and a skeleton dragon push wins in a side. And it just feels really uncomfortable because you have to overspend on that side. And then if you make a misplay, then you can't really do anything about it. Huh. That's really uncomfy for me. All right, so we're going to do this. And now we're switching it up majorly. See how this works. Tornado. And then we don't really want freeze in there, do we? I'd rather have mirror, to be honest. We can just stack up a lot of these. This looks fair to me. We'll see how this works. We've been experimenting so much. We can't use champions because it's not an arc. Oh, no, I'm an idiot. Yeah, you guys can't use champions. My bad. All right, I'll throw out the Skeleton King after this. My bad. Thank you guys for letting me know. Also, my boyfriend, and I love your videos, says Mackenzie Scott. Oh, that's so cool to hear. I love the fact that you guys are able to watch my videos together. That's dope. Thank you for the $5. I'm sorry that it took me a while to read that. I am kind of potatoing out here. A lot of times whenever I lose games, I just get super hyper-focused and I just dial in on it. I'm just going to be straight up with you guys. This has been my worst challenge ever. I don't think I've ever lost this many games at a challenge in my life. In these normal challenges, I usually go without losing ever. So, you know what? We'll take the struggle and we'll bounce onward and we'll just greet it head first because you can't be good at everything that you do, I guess. Or you can't be good at every single challenge. I am definitely straight up struggling on this. You're the best YouTuber I know. Thanks, man. That makes me happy to hear. It's really cool to see people like enjoy my content to that extent because for the most part, when you're just recording by yourself, you're like, is this video going to be enjoyed by people? You don't really get to see that. It's not as personal when you're just recording by yourself and without comments and without you guys telling me that. Obviously, I'd have no clue. So thank you guys. It's nice to hear that. Anyway, I'm going to Royal Delivery here. I'm going to go in for skeletons. And this guy's cycling a lot of mortars. We will see how this works. There's a lot of skeleton dragons on the field. The Zappies don't do so hot here. Yeah, I'm going to win this one. But also at the same time, is it because I'm running a champion with Electric Giant? Maybe. So, it's really not that impressive, unfortunately. Alright, I'll run a different deck, guys. I'm super sorry that this is the way that we did it. But, you know, it is what it is. This seems like a very good deck. This seems like a very good deck. So if you do have everything unlocked, I think that this Skeleton King is going to be a great card because when there's more units flowing into the map and a lot of them die in these spawner challenges, you'll get a lot of skeletons. So it's essentially like feeding your Skeleton King just pure skeleton. So if you have Skeleton King, I advise you to use it. That's one thing that I theory crafted right there, and it was obviously very good. Yeah, so now we'll have to build something else without that. So now we do this. Fire Spirit. Going for Mother Witch didn't work as well as I had hoped it would. It really did not do so well for whatever reason. I think Musketeer stacking is probably the play, to be honest. And then we want another building, right? Snowball is quite good. It pushes things off of the Goblin Drill as well. And then we want a big spell, so I'll probably take Fireball, probably. Yeah, Fireball seems good. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I can't take Snowball. I would want Fireball instead. And then I would probably want a defensive building or a Mortar. Yeah, Mortar seems okay. Okay. So we're just theory crafting as we go. Mortar might not be the best if they've got a lot of... Yeah, I might want Cannon, to be honest. I already have Royal Delivery. And then, do I want Knight? Or do I want Golden Knight? Oh yeah, I can't use... I almost used that again. Alright, so we're going to vibe with this. I think this is probably the best play. Alright, since we've got Fire Spirit and we've got... So we've got Fire Spirit and Royal Delivery. That completely counters Skeleton Dragons. And then this just seems like a pretty good deck. So that's what we're going to do. We figured it out. It took me forever, guys. We theory crafted like a madman the entire way through. Hey, Tag, I just dropped in. But hey, man, I hope you're doing well. I'm also going to have a timestamp when I eventually figure out a good deck. Because it took me way too long. Yeah, I'll have a timestamp in the comments for you guys if you guys are watching. So then hopefully you guys don't get tortured by... maybe you guys will like watching me lose. Maybe you're sadistic people. Maybe I'd probably enjoy watching me lose. Because it doesn't... I don't know. I've never had this amount of struggle before. It's been fun. Love your videos. All the tips that you give are very useful. Keep up the good work. Thanks, man. I spend a lot of time theory crafting and talking to the best players in the world. And then we find the best decks and we make videos on them. So... that's kind of just how it goes. I'm glad that you enjoy that. Valkyrie's looking like it's going to lock onto the tower. They don't have much elixir. I'm going to Fire Spirit here since it should be able to jump onto both the Skeleton Dragon. Instead of dropping a Royal Delivery, why not just drop one elixir instead? Mega Minion is an interesting card to run in this. It's not going to be as good as Royal Delivery because Royal Delivery does splash damage. So Mega Minion at the start is a really good card because it's going to do a ton of value cleaning up the Skeleton Dragons when there's a few of them. But when there's a ton of them, what are you going to do, right? Like... I'm genuinely wondering because I don't think it works that well for you. I could have also applied opposite lane aggression with a Goblin Drill. I think that would have been our best bet, but the Valkyrie's going to hold everything in place, so I'm just going to Fireball this, and then I think I got to go and cycle back to another Royal Delivery, which won't be that much of an issue. Oh no, we're just getting a ton of Skeleton Dragons. Guys, I don't even have to worry about this. I can go in for a Fire Spirit and then use the Royal Delivery. It cleans everything up. So, it worked out pretty well. Ooh, that Mega Minion though. That Mega Minion though. I was looking at the chat as well. Yo, do not spam in the chat. Self-promotion. I don't want to ban people, but you will get banned if that happens. So I guess I gotta go and ask for some more moderators in my chat, which is unfortunate. But I guess when you have like 500 people watching, sometimes people can do that. All right, so I'm gonna go and use this early. I think fireballing when he gets more Skeleton Dragons would be optimal. So I'm gonna wait and see if I can hit more stuff. Yeah, it looks like the Skeleton Dragons are starting to spawn. Okay, so I'm gonna fireball here. The Valkyrie hopefully being able to clean that up, and the Musketeer coming down. Skeleton Dragons on the other side are not going to be able to take our tower. So Lava Hound is obviously a predicament. It's not something that we love playing against, but not game ending by any stretch of the imagination. I'm going to go other side. I'm going to go in for a Valkyrie here as well. With all the Skeleton Dragons coming at us, the Valkyrie will probably be able to tank and then maybe even take the tower here. That's what I'm going for at least. That's what I'm hoping for at least. If not, then he fireballs, but he can't take this. And then his units on the other side are going the wrong lane, so... and fireball in that, and then go for a Fire Spirit, and then Goblin Drill. And notice how I applied opposite lane aggression, so then he wasn't able to go in for a Lava Hound. Like, he didn't have time to go in for a Lava Hound. So when he miners, he's going to get out-damaged by the Goblin Drill, so that should be enough damage for us to win the game. Alright, so that one took a little bit more thought process and skill, I guess, a little bit, but not much. I think this is probably the best deck to play. If you're not playing against Lava Hound, it'll be even easier. I have Cannon and Musketeers. I just cycle a lot of Musketeers, go opposite lane with your Goblin Drill, force that elixir there, especially when you get Skeleton Dragons spawning. Use the Goblin Drill, go other side, and then it will work out wonderfully. So this is the deck that I would recommend. I don't think any of my other decks earlier were that good. Besides the deck that I had before was quite good. The Dark Goblin Skeleton King E-Giant deck. The Skeleton King E-Giant deck is great. This is the deck that I would play without any champions. And I think I would be able to win without any losses. So we finally figured it out. Yes, it took me a solid 5 games. But we were able to do it. We were able to do it. How old are you? I'm 25, man. I dropped in to watch you. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yo, I've been sweating this game, or sweating these challenges way more than anything else. This guy's running 2.6, but we have a better version of 2.6. We've got Goblin Drill, which outdamages you, and it also tanks for the skeleton dragons, and it immediately gets onto the tower. So it's way better than Hog Rider in this game mode. So if I lose this, this guy just genuinely outplayed me like crazy, which hopefully doesn't happen. Okay, so I can Fireball on the Musketeer. That's kind of what I was talking about earlier. It's nice to be able to do that. Get damage. So dead, and then I go in for a cannon here. You can't Fireball on the cannon because you need to kill the skeleton dragons with that. If you're able to stack up a lot of stuff with the Musketeer, that could be a problem. Like, let's presume that he goes in for an Ice Golem there and keeps it alive. That's where we start to have problems. But if this is what you're doing, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I can go for skeletons and be okay. Okay, he's going to log. Never mind. I have to drop a lot more elixir. So this guy seems pretty decent. We'll check his profile after. He was able to outcycle me and play that quite well. And now we've got a Valkyrie coming at him. It looks like I can Fireball on this, so I'm going to go and take it. Why not, right? I can push the Musketeer away and then get a Fireball out of him earlier. That's obviously very optimal. He'll probably Hog Rider here. If he doesn't, then it dies. So it's quite good for me. I think I'm going to go for skeletons and then go and cycle Musketeer in the same side as him because he's going to try to go in. I'm going to Royal Delivery and then Fire Spirit. And then expect him to Fireball, and that's going to be fine. It's going to go in for... Ooh, I missed the Goblin Drill. That was a really bad placement. Don't do that, guys. Wait, it was so good. It was so bad that it was good, because he dropped a cannon, and he didn't expect me to be stupid. He didn't expect me to be that stupid. I'm big brain, guys. Can we just cut that out and tell you guys that was completely calculated? Can we just say that I'm a good player, even though that was trash? That was pretty funny. Now he doesn't know. Now he doesn't know if it's going to be in the front, because I played that so poorly. He's going to actually think I did that on purpose. Oh my gosh. Yeah, see? See, he didn't drop the cannon and predict it. He couldn't drop the cannon and predict it. Let's rephrase that. He wasn't allowed to. I'm a Fireball here. He's also going to maybe drop something else into that. I was hoping he would. He didn't. I can just Goblin Drill and then cycle back to a cannon. So if he Hog Riders, it's going to go to a cannon so he can't get damage. This is really, really good. If you log into a Valkyrie, that's not going to be that big of a deal. Skeleton Dragons are going to body block the Musketeer on the other side. They're going to say, "You shall not pass." And I think this deck is really good. He gave me the well played too. Dude, he actually thought I played well. Oh no. I hope he never watches this video, guys. I hope he never watches this video. Everyone that clips that and sends it to him or tells him, guys, I'll hate you forever. Don't do it to me. Don't do it to me. That was so dumb. Oh man. I was so bad that game. He was a good player. I think this is maybe his second account. I don't know. I've seen someone with Santi Love Hog that is like played a lot higher in the world. It doesn't seem like he's got many games on this account because look at this. None of his things are over level 3. So I think he just plays challenges here. This seems like a second account to me, especially like 6 years played. And he just plays the challenges to level up his cards. That's what I'm expecting. Season highest is he hasn't even played this entire season. Yeah, it looks like he doesn't even play on this account besides that. Because if he was maxed with his gameplay, he would obviously be higher than 5,400. So that was pretty interesting. I guess some people on their second accounts, there's no point in doing anything else, right? I think I've played against that guy before. And like ladder, actually. Jake, have you seen Dr. Mike? I have not seen Dr. Mike. I've heard of him before. I've actually seen a couple videos, but I've never seen him in person if that's what you're asking. Why do you change your mind streaming here instead of on YouTube? I asked you on Twitch. Oh, yeah. I just, for long form content, when you want the video to get views over time, this is where it's at. Everyone wants to watch YouTube Clash Royale VODs and stuff, so that's always a lot better. All right, we can go for Musketeers and then just kill the Skeleton Dragons if we want to. We can also go for... I'm just going to Muskie in the back. Okay, so we're playing against Lava Hound again. Have you watched Suits? Yeah, I have watched Suits before. It's a really, really good show. I think I watched it because of Amazon Prime just giving it to me for free. And I watched it all, man. My ex-girlfriend got me into the show, and I never stopped watching. Yo, so see, like the Skeleton Dragons paired with the Goblin Drill, it's so toxic. Because he took damage there, and then he wasn't able to afford anything to kill the Musketeer. So this Musketeer is just going to go hard on that. Ooh, interesting. Suspicious. Do I just go cannon and completely kill this? I don't think you can break through that and get more than one hit. Yeah, that's one hit. That's it. Do I have to Royal Delivery, or can I get away with Skeletons? I guess I got to Royal Delivery, because that will kill the Skeleton Dragon, then finish off the Inferno Dragon. Ah, That's so unfortunate because it's the best card in this challenge. If you're not running Royal Delivery, you are not living life correctly. And I realize I was not living life correctly for a good duration of this challenge at the start. But, you know, it'd be like that sometimes. Anyway, Drill is such a good win condition. I know it got nerfed, but it's sick. It didn't get nerfed, though. It got reversed. So there was a bug that made it better than it was supposed to be. And then they changed the bug to where it was before. And it was already overpowered, and they're like, hey, we nerfed it. But we're like, no, you fixed it. There's a huge difference, you know? Like, imagine buffing a random card like Goblins and giving it, like, a 500 attack boost. And then nerfing it back to normal. And you're like, wait, Goblins aren't even good anymore. And let's say Goblins were really, really good. I guess this example would be better with Electro Giant, right? Electro Giant got a bug, and it became 500% better. And then they nerf it back to where it is right now. And then they're like, hey, it's fixed. And everyone in the game would be like, no, Electro Giant needs a nerf because it's really strong as it is currently. Like, it's broken. It's unfair. Oh, man. Also, one other thing, Cannon is able to take 2 shots from a balloon. So, from that perspective, your Cannon is going to be a good answer to balloon if you just stack up Musketeers. And that's why professional players will consistently tell you that 2.6 Hog Rider counters Lava Hound Balloon. It's weirder when this guy's got a different version, obviously. But for the most part, you're able to counter Lava Hound Balloon with 2.6 Hog Rider. I don't have log. This is not a real game mode. But if you just stack Musketeers, you're probably going to be successful. And that's what we're going for. I'm going to stack a Fireball, stack some Musketeers, pop a Royal Delivery when I need to. I don't need to right now. I will soon. And that'll clean everything up. No damage zone from that Inferno Dragon. No damage from the balloon. Let's go, baby. I think it's in my best interest to go opposite lane here with the Skeleton Dragons all swarming me. I don't want to give him the pressure that he's getting right now. So I'm going to try to go Goblin Drill on the other side. So when he goes in for guards and Goblin Gang, it's not going to give him counter push. We're just stacking up so many Musketeers that it's obnoxious for him. So the thing is, he's got Goblin Gang and then, you know, other cards that are going to do really well into us. So I'm going to Fireball on the guards. And I think he's played this extremely well. Like, he's got 2 good counters to the Goblin Drill with the guards and the Goblin Gang. So that's the reason why he's still in this game, by the way. If he didn't have either of those, he would have lost. Or if he didn't have both of those, he would have lost by now. I was wondering why this game was taking so long. I might have lost this one if I don't get enough damage down to kill the Lava Hound. So I have to go in for a Valkyrie as well. And then when he balloons, I can Fireball all of this. And then go in for a Fire Spirit to kill it a bit quicker. I think I want the Fireball back in cycle because he's going to go guards and I need to be able to kill that. Or if he goes in for Goblin Gang, I also need to be able to kill that. Wow, this is a lot of stuff on both sides. But it's really hard for you to get a balloon through when I have so many Skeleton Dragons. So that's the issue that this guy is getting right now. Alright, so I'm planning on going for a Royal Delivery here. I don't think that the balloon gets a hit. Ooh, it does get death damage, though. That's really bad for me. I didn't mean to click the Valkyrie, by the way. That was a complete misclick. Sometimes that happens and you just like look like you're an idiot and you're like, why did I do that to myself? Why did I make this game so much harder for myself? Alright, we're going to go for another Goblin Drill and then click the Royal Delivery because I think that will pop onto it. And then I can Fireball on the Goblin Gang that's going to come down. Then I can go for Skeletons here. I think this should be enough. This guy played super, super well, by the way. I think that I probably had a good matchup here, but see if I can come out on top. So Fireball should travel and that should be GG. Unless I'm super ultra unlucky. GG. Yeah, so if you guys are playing against a Lava Hound player that has 2 phenomenal answers to your Goblin Drill, you can still win even if you don't play perfectly. So that shows you that this deck that I finally created is the best deck for the challenge. Did it take me 5 games? Yes. Did I not read chat and put in champions when you guys told me not to put in champions because you guys didn't have access to champions? Yes. Are we stupid? You guys already know. That's an obvious answer. We still got it on top. We got the challenge done. And hopefully you guys can play this challenge, have a great time, and win all of your games. Why did he switch from the E-Giant deck? Because I wanted to stack Musketeers and go for a ton of Royal Deliveries. And I was running a Skeleton King deck, but then you guys didn't have Skeleton King, so then I had to swap to a Musketeer deck. And this is the best deck for the challenge. The reason why it was so good, I just want to reiterate. The Goblin Drill gets directly on top of the tower, whereas Hog Riders or other win conditions will not. Graveyard doesn't do enough damage, and it can get easily countered by Dark Goblins and other stuff that your opponent might randomly have in their deck. And you can't Fireball or Poison on a Dark Goblin because you have to use your spells on top of the Skeleton Dragons. So Graveyard is a bad win condition. You want something that can directly lock onto the tower. Miner doesn't do too much damage. Goblin Drill does. Goblin Drill does a ton of damage. And you're able to Fireball back your opponent's Valkyries if they lock onto it. You're able to get a lot of chip damage with your other cards, with your Fire Spirit, your Musketeer stacking up. If our opponent didn't have a good answer, like he didn't, he only had arrows, we could just stack up a ton of Musketeers, kill his Skeleton Dragons, and get endless amount of good positive elixir trades. He had to arrow on top of that and hit the Skeleton Dragons, and it just wasn't working out. The only reason that this game went on a little bit longer is because he had Guards and Goblin Gang to stop my Goblin Drill, and he saved one of them every single time. We were then able to just Fireball on top of that. Even though we didn't take the tower, it was still more damage than he was getting. So just want to put that in perspective if you guys want a good deck for the challenge. Do not run Mimi decks like I was earlier. Just go and play this Goblin Drill deck, and you'll have a lot of success. Remember to use Royal Delivery on top of all the Skeleton Dragons that stack up. You'll be able to kill them quite quickly, and just stack up a lot of Musketeers, because your Musketeers will win bridge battles for you. Valkyrie is just going to be a defensive card. Cannon will be great against any win condition that your opponent throws at you. A great deck overall. Best deck for the challenge. Yeah, there was a super chat. Ooh, did I miss one? I missed another. Great job, SIRTAG, says AJDYI Network. Thank you, man. And I hope that you have an amazing day. I hope everyone here is going to have a great day. And thank you for letting me know that there was a super chat, because I would have went offline without noticing, because I am a potato. I want to do one game on ladder for you guys before we leave, just to end on an amazing note. And we'll show you guys something fun. This is my favorite deck in the game. This is the Mortar deck, or one of my favorite decks in the game. And we'll win with that, and we'll end on this. Thanks for helping me through my long Clash journey, Tag. Dude, I'm happy to hear that. Also, guys, I just really love playing this game. Like, I had a super stressful morning. It was not easy. And just being able to kick back, relax, and play Clash Royale without any judgment, with just chill vibes here, it makes life so much better. So thank you guys for being here and being a part of the channel and making me so happy. Okay, so playing against Lava Hound, I'll show you guys what I mean by cycling Musketeers. This is the strategy that we are unveiling today. I likely need to go in for a Mortar here. I'm not going to click the ability because I won't be able to break through. Okay, so Skeletons off to the side. Will that be able to distract? I did not get it down in time, unfortunately, but it's okay. Looks like I am going to be able to get away with a Bats, Log, and then cycle a Miner here so we can pull back the Inferno Dragon so it doesn't lock onto the tower. The reason why we do that is the Inferno Dragon would win in the game, and I can't afford to eat that damage. So well played to our opponent. I actually mean that, like, not even sarcastic. That was just really well played. I want to go for a Mortar here, but I don't have Log, and Log is able to kill the Tombstone, so then your Mortar locks directly onto the tower if they drop the Mortar a little bit later. So unfortunately, that wasn't able to happen for us. We're waiting to see if he cycles a Lava Hound, because I'll Musketeer in the same side. Going to go Golden Knight instead. He doesn't have Inferno Dragon in cycle because he dropped that on the Mortar. I'll see what he drops. He's going to likely drop minions. So what I'm planning on doing is I'm going to go for Skeletons and then go in for a Mortar on the other side and then maybe get minions down, because I hope that they're able to kill that. I should have predicted the Inferno Dragon. I'm really messing up a little bit here. What it be, would it be? I'm hoping that the Bats can give us value since the Golden Knight is tanking. Looks quite good for me. I would have to go Musketeer if he goes in for a Zap, but I don't think he will. So I'm going to go in for Log, and he finally doesn't have a good card cycle. He finally only has Mortar here, so, or he only has Tombstone to counter this, right? Or Balloon or Lava Hound. I hope he Lava Hound's in the back at this exact moment. Kind of broke his card cycle a bit. So these Bats will be pretty good. I think he's going to arrow that. That makes sense. That's what I would do as well. I'll Musketeer. I'll clean that up. I'll get 2 shots. And now you're going to have minions, Inferno Dragon. And that's all you're going to have. Maybe you have Valkyrie. I don't think you will, but maybe. We'll see. If he goes minions here, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't want to spend too much elixir. I just want to see what we can do. And then maybe go Skeletons to go and kite this to the other side. I have to Log so then I can kite the minions. And then I got to go Mortar. That will be able to pull the Balloon, right? Yeah, it does. I was wondering if it was. I was really confused because it wasn't for a second. I'm going to Poison, and then Lava Hound is going to pop inside of it. He's going to Fireball. That was a really good play. I'm going to go Skeletons to go and kite that to the other side. And then I'm going to go in for a Golden Knight. So when the Lava Hound pops, it's going to just go onto that instead. Remember, he already exhausted his Fireball, so I should be okay here. I might be able to cycle another Mortar, which is the best play for me, because then the Balloon goes back towards that. and then all of this stuff dies. So that mortar was a little bit, I think that the tombstone was a little bit late. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, that log was bad. I was hoping that the mortar would be able to shoot that instead. It is what it is. I'm going to go in for a miner. I'm going to go in for golden knight. I don't want to click the ability yet. I want to kill the skeletons, then I click the ability. I'm going to force out a lot of elixir here and maybe just win the game. That is a lot of damage. That was a ton of damage. I'm going to go in for skeletons as well, and then I'm just going to stack up a lot of musketeers. I want to go in for a poison so we can kill that because he's going to arrow me as well. Makes sense, right? I'm going to go in for a golden knight here so the musketeer stays alive. I'm going to go for a miner in the back. This guy's playing super well. I'm hoping that we can dash out of the Inferno Dragon and then lock onto the tower. If I did, I would have won the game. We forced out a tombstone because he was freaking out. And now I think I just cycle him like a madman and win the game. So that's what we're going for. I think I should have poisoned earlier because he doesn't have anything to kill this. So I'm going to miner and then log, and that should be enough for us to win the game. Unless we get unlucky. That was a great fireball. That might be enough for him to win. No, not quite. Great player. Great game. I'm happy I can show you guys one of my favorite decks in Clash Royale. Yeah, that guy definitely stressed my limits a little bit. I usually don't have to try too hard on ladder, especially when we're on a lower trophy count, but that guy was a great player, so I'm glad we were able to show a good game. This commentary is amazing. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. All right, are you still friends with B-Rad? Yeah, I just don't talk to him that much. I generally don't have that much time to talk to too many people. It kind of sucks, but when you're pursuing your dreams and you're trying to make your content dreams reality, and you're grinding every single day, there's only a few people I really have time to talk to. That's my family and my girlfriend and obviously you guys. And I have a few friends that I see in real life and stuff, but I don't know if you guys have ever had like an experience where you're like in a startup or working as many hours as I am, because if you spend so much time talking to people all the time, then you don't have time to do what you want. And then you feel really stressed and then life gets a lot worse. You got to have social moments. You got to go and have vacations. Like 2 days ago, I saw my family. I took 3 days off of work. I didn't do anything. I just chilled and relaxed. And that was amazing. And I do that. But usually if you just schedule a lot of calls or talk to too many people, it can be tough. At least for me to keep up with what I'm doing. How many editors do you have? I have 6 editors right now. Where in Seattle are you going? I'm not sure yet. We get a corporate housing and then we'll figure that out as we go. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Subscribe to my actual YouTube channel, SIRTAG CR, if you guys haven't already. I'll show you guys that really quick. SIRTAG CR on YouTube is where we put out daily videos at 3 p.m. Eastern. And when I do that, those videos are with 20 hours of editing. Every single day. They're reviewed by me for at least 2 hours. We go through a lot of re-renders. We make a lot of changes. And it's a very time-consuming process, but it's always worth it. I only put out videos that I'm proud of. And I truly believe that that is some of the best Clash Royale content that you could ever find on YouTube. And I will try to keep it up that way. I try to put out videos that I personally enjoy watching. And for that to happen, it's a lot of time and effort. So hopefully you guys enjoy that channel, SIRTAG CR. If you guys like this channel where I live stream, it's just raw content. You guys get to interact with me. You get to see all of the stupid shenanigans. You get to see all of my colossal failures, even when we're losing to 5K players because I don't have the right deck. Check out this channel, subscribe here, and I'll see you guys in the future. The next challenge, whenever that will be, I'll be streaming it. I have no clue when that's going to happen, but probably 5 or 6 days from now. Love you guys lots, and I'll see y'all later. Are you full-time on YouTube? Yes, I am full-time on YouTube, usually 12 hours a day. Some days I'll take off, but the days that I work is usually 12 plus hours. And I work early until like 9 o'clock at night. Anyway, peace out. See you later. Have an amazing day.